Hey, this is Chris at Rekkid Talk. So we're gonna do yet another contest entry because I guess when it's hot outside, people sit inside and think of contests to do. This one has been proposed by Block Sonic Wafers. I think his first name is Robert, and I've known about his channel for probably 2 or 3 months. And he has themed his contest around the idea of power trios. In particular, he picked three musicians that he really likes to be part of like his sort of dream power trio. So Adrian Belew on guitar, Tony Levin on bass, Jim Keltner on drums. And so when I first heard about the contest, I was thinking, oh, I've never really bought any records by these people. This contest probably just isn't for me. But and I'll be honest, probably the only reason why I was able to do this contest is because of the existence of Discogs and the fact that I've entered my collection into Discogs. So I was able to use the search feature on the records in my collection. And I was able to find at least three records that all three of these men had played on. Okay, we're going to abruptly edit this video here because I forgot a couple of things. I should have put on a different t-shirt to make it even more obvious. But we were supposed to make sure that we had subbed and entered Rachel's Ghost Contest, which I had already done. And a shout out to another channel, the most important part. So I'm going to give a shout out to Mark at Mad for Vinyl, MAD number 4, word vinyl, all one word. I'll link it down below, and now we'll abruptly restart the video. And a few of them were quite surprising. Albums I never would have thought of in a million years to check to see if they played on them. So let's go through them. So first we'll do our guitar player, Adrian Belew. So the first album I'm going to show that he appeared on, and a lot of these albums I'm going to show will be the guy, sometimes it's on all the album, sometimes it's just a few tracks. So we have Paul Simon's Graceland from 1986. My cover's in a bit gross condition here. Adrian Belew played guitar. I think it was on just a few tracks from this album. I don't think it was the entire album. Let's see, guitar. So he's not on that song. So he's definitely not on all the songs. Guitar. You would think I would have been prepared and had all this ready. Now I need to make sure there's at least one song that he appeared on. Guitar. Okay, guitar synthesizer. Adrian Belew, You Can Call Me Al. Guitar Under African Skies. So I won't go through all of them, but there were at least a handful of the songs that on Graceland that he was on. And the next couple are artists that I honestly would not have even anticipated would have been involved with Adrian Belew. So we have 9 Inch Nails. This is The Fragile. The Fragile was a 2 CD set put out in 1999. And so you think of 9 Inch Nails as being a lot of keyboards, a lot of synth, a lot of electronica. But Adrian Belew does appear on a couple of the songs. And the way he's credited was... I should have made better notes. And melodic guitar. Whatever exactly that means. But he plays on a few of the songs on this. And then another one, and again, this will be CD World, 2001, Tori Amos, Strange Little Girls. This was a covers album that Tori did. And so, again, he appears on at least some of the songs on this particular record. Next, Tony Levin, the bass player for Sonic Wafers Band. So 1975, Lou Reed, Berlin. And I'll be honest, I checked it out. I think Tony Levin played bass on exactly one track on this album, but I'll say that's good enough to count. for the purposes of the contest. And the next one, my understanding was that he did appear on all other tracks, would be the John Lennon Yoko Ono Double Fantasy album. Of course, this was the last album that John Lennon made, and so Tony Levin played bass on this particular record in 1980. Then another one that he appeared on several of the songs for, including Sledgehammer, would be the 1986 Peter Gabriel album, So there are some from Tony Levin. And then Jim Keltner will be our drummer. And so first we're going to pull an old jazz album, 1968. Gabor Szabo, Dreams, so Hungarian guitar player, sort of the gypsy style of playing Hungarian folk that he incorporated into his jazz playing, and Jim Keltner is your drummer on here. It's there, Jim Keltner. There he is. So that's 1968. Next one, you probably were not expecting anybody to show a Paul Westerberg record for this. So this CD from 1999, the album is called Suakin Gratification, and Jim Keltner drums on a few of the songs. Most of the time it's Josh Freese, who's a well-known session drummer who, if I remember right, I think Josh Freese played drums during the Replacements reunion tour, and he's definitely worked with Paul several times, but Jim Keltner appeared on a couple of these songs. So this album features the song Born For Me, which appeared again on the I Don't Cares album that came out later. And who played drum? And Jim Keltner played drums on Born For Me, so that was not... so 3, 4... I think Keltner is on it. I think he was on about 4 or 5 of the songs off of this particular record. And then yet another surprise. You may not be expecting anybody to show a Phoebe Bridgers album here. So this is Phoebe Bridgers' Punisher from the year 2020. Now Kyoto is my favorite song, and Keltner wasn't on it, but he was on 2 of the 11 tracks. Track number 5 called Halloween, and track number 8 called Savior Complex. So Jim Keltner playing drums on a couple of these Phoebe Bridgers songs. So I know that's 3 by Jim Keltner, but I am going to show a bonus one. And so the only reason why I have this record is because this was in the couple of boxes of records that I inherited from my father when he passed away. He has this Sheffield drum record for audio component testing and evaluation, which I think I have literally never played, or I might have played it for a couple of minutes. So one side is drumming by Jim Keltner, and another guy named Ron Tutt does drumming on the other side. Honestly, this is probably one of these records I should probably see if there's somebody in the vinyl community who would really like this, because it really just sits on my shelf doing nothing. But there it is, the Sheffield drum record featuring Jim Keltner. So there you go, Block Sonic Wafers. I think I got in a variety of stuff that these 3 gentlemen had worked in the studio and appeared on.